Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you through a 35-minute full body Pilates workout. You don't need any equipment today, getting started standing on one end of our mats with our feet hip distance apart. Take a big inhale as you reach your arms up overhead and exhale as you reach your arms in front of you as you dive down into your forward fold. Then find your flat back, bringing your hands to your shins. Release back down to the mat. Slowly start to roll up one vertebra at a time, ending with your head. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, standing roll down, rolling down to your feet one vertebra at a time. Find your flat back, lifting belly button up towards the spine. Release the hands to the mat. Roll up slowly through the spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, release the hands down to your mat. Inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time, taking it nice and slow, reaching the arms overhead and diving forward. Find your flat back, lifting your head slightly. Release. Roll up. Lift the arms overhead. Let's switch it up now. So dive forward into your forward fold. Then walk your hands out to the front of your mat, finding a plank position. Lift the right leg up and down. Lift the left leg up and down. Bend into your knees. Hands walk back towards the feet. And let's slowly roll up through the spine, reaching the arms up overhead. Let's do that 3 more times. Dive forward, down through the spine. Walk your hands out, finding your straight arm plank. Right leg lifts up and down, left leg up and down. Slight bend through the knees, hands walk back towards the feet, and we roll up through the spine. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, walk the hands out, find your plank. Exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift the left. Inhale, lower. And bend your knees, walk your hands back towards your feet. Let's do that 1 more time. Roll up through the spine. Arms reach overhead. We dive forward, maybe reaching a little bit farther towards the mat. Walk your hands out into your plank. Right leg lifts up and down, left leg up and down. Let's hold in our plank now and find alternating knee drives. So right knee comes in and back, left knee in and back, just alternating, drawing one knee in towards the chest. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. We're pressing the floor away from us through the entire surface area of the hand. Belly button is lifting up towards the spine. We've got a nice neutral back here. So make sure you're not curving up through the spine and you're also not arching down through your low back. Just driving one knee to chest, sending the leg back, other knee in and back. Just give me 1 more each side. And last one, slight bend in the knees, walk your hands back towards your feet. Let's hold in our forward fold now, feeling that nice release through the entire body. Go ahead and grab a hold of opposite elbow, sway side to side, finding your ragdoll position, releasing through the back. Come through center, drop your hands back down onto the ground, shake your head yes and no, releasing any tension through the neck here. And then slowly start to rise up to a standing position, 1 vertebra at a time, ending with your head. Inhale, arms reach up above your head. Exhale, float them down towards your sides. Awesome job. I hope you're feeling nice and warm now. Let's come into a curtsy lunge series. So staying standing, right foot steps in front, left foot steps back. Both legs turned out at a 45-degree angle, lifted up on the left toes. Reach your arms up overhead. As you inhale, bend into both knees, elbow squeeze behind the back. Exhale, stand. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, stand. As you bend, knees are tracking over the toes. So if you need to adjust the way you're standing to make that happen, feel free to do that now. Just inhale, bend the legs, and exhale straight, squeezing the elbows behind the back, getting a little bit of bonus upper body work here as we exhale, straighten, and inhale, bend. Let's add a double pulse now. So bend the knees, pulse down, down, and straighten the legs. Again, pulse, pulse, and straighten. Inhaling to bend and bend. Exhaling to press down through the feet, lifting the arms. So just lifting and lowering an inch at the bottom, getting a little bit of extra glute work in this curtsy lunge series. As we inhale, inhale, exhale straight. Inhale, inhale, exhale straight. Just give me one more like this. Now hold down in your curtsy lunge. Let's straighten the legs halfway and bend back down into your lunge. Straighten halfway and bend. So just cutting that range of motion in half, elbows squeezing behind the back the entire time, drawing the shoulder blades together, really burning out the sides of those glutes here. As we exhale, straighten, inhale, bend, exhale, straight, inhale, bend. Hold low in your lunge now. Straighten your back leg, hinging at the hips, reach the arms forward, tap your left toes in and back, tap them in and back. This is certainly a balance challenge. I know I was definitely having trouble with it. So if you want to hold on to something here, or if you're a little bit unstable, that's totally fine. Just tap that out and in, inhaling to tap out, exhaling as you tap in, placing all of your weight down into the surface area of that left foot, really firing up through the outside of that left leg. Just for 2 and 1, hold the leg back, bend into your left knee again, reach the arms overhead, pulse the knees down for 10. 9, this is where we finish, just little lifts and lowers with those legs for 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten up through the legs, bring the feet parallel on the mat, shake it out. We're gonna head right into the other side, so stepping the left foot forward and the right foot back, and we'll get a nice long stretch after this series. So toes are turned out at a 45-degree angle, arms are reaching up towards the sky. We inhale, bend the knees, elbows squeeze back, exhale straight. Inhale, bend, exhale straighten, knees going over the toes, so they're also going out at a 45-degree angle to keep that nice alignment. As we bend and straighten, shoulders are stacked over the hips, so you're standing nice and tall as the elbows squeeze and lift. Inhale, bend and straight. Let's add that double pulse, so give me 2 pulses at the bottom, stand up straight. Inhale, pulse, pulse, exhale, straight. Inhale, inhale, exhale, straight, really squeezing the elbows behind the back, connecting through the shoulder blades as you pulse, pulse, and straighten. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Just give me 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1. Bend into your curtsy lunge again, elbows squeezing back, straighten the legs halfway and bend. Straighten halfway and bend. So just cutting that range of motion in half, keeping the elbows squeezing behind the ribs the entire time, really getting into those glutes here. As you inhale, bend, exhale straight. Inhale, bend, exhale, lift halfway. Last 1. Hold low in your lunge now, straighten out through the back leg, arms reach forward up from the shoulders, back leg taps in and back, in and back. Again, this is definitely a balance challenge, and I was having more trouble on this side than the other one. That is also completely normal if one side is a little bit shakier. Just inhale, tap back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale in. Just tapping back and in, maybe sinking an inch deeper into that left leg, challenging our balance here, working all of those little stabilizer muscles along with that left glute. Let's come back into our lunge now, stacking our shoulders over our hips and finish with pulses down with the legs for 10, 9, 8, standing up nice and tall now through that upper body. We're just here for 4 more, for 3, 2, and 1. Straighten up through the legs, bring the feet together, shake it out. Step your feet out nice and wide now. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head. Exhale, dive forward into your forward fold. Feeling that nice release up the backs of the legs. Bring your hands over to your left ankle now, drawing your chest in towards your thigh. And switch sides, walking your hands over to the right ankle now. Walk your hands center now, an option to reach your hands through your legs, reaching towards the back end of your mat, getting a deeper stretch into the backs of the legs. Walk your hands back through center, slowly heel toe your feet in to be hip distance apart, and slowly start to bend your knees, making your way down onto your mat. Let's work the triceps now with a tricep push-up series. So hands placed on the mat, shoulders stacked over wrists, knees are down with a straight line from the top of your head diagonally down towards the knees. Inhale, bend the elbows, exhale, straighten, sit back into a child's pose. Shift forward into your modified push-up, inhale, bend the arms, exhale, straight. Press back, child's pose, 8 more like this. Shift forward, bend through the elbows, press through the palms to straighten, and tap the hips back. Getting that nice little instant relief in between each rep of these push-ups with that child's pose lengthening through the upper body. As we bend our elbows in our tricep, you want to feel them scrape by the rib cage, so we're really targeting the backs of the arms or the triceps. So make sure your elbows aren't flaring out to the sides as you come into your push-up. Your goal here should be that when you bend your elbows, they come into a 90-degree angle or even less, and then press up through straight and tap the hips back. Just give me 3 more push-ups here. Pressing back into your child's pose, only 2 more, you can do it. Inhaling to bend the elbows, exhale, press and straighten, sit back, child's pose. Last one, shift forward, bend the elbows, maybe sinking a little bit deeper, and press up and back. Let's hold in our child's pose now, really reaching forward through the fingertips, feeling that release through the arms here. Start to shift your body forward now, dropping down onto your forearms and extending your left leg long down the mat, stacking your right hip over the right knee, getting ready to work the left glute. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the left leg straight up, inhale, tap it down, exhale, lift, 6 more like this, inhale, tap, exhale, squeeze through the glute as you lift. Keeping a nice neutral spine here, make sure your back doesn't arch, especially as that leg lifts. Only lifting the leg as high as you're able to maintain that nice neutral spine. Just give me 2 more. Last one. Let's hold the leg lifted now. Tap your toes over to the right side of your mat. Lift the leg up and over, tap to the left. Up and over to the right. Up and over to the left. 6 more here, just drawing rainbow arcs with that leg, really focusing on the up and over part, not just tapping your foot side to side, getting that nice lift up and over to one side, lift up and over to the other. Upper body is staying frozen here, so make sure your shoulders and your elbows are not shifting side to side as the leg goes from side to side. We're really recruiting the glute and the hip here to move the leg to the left and up and over to the right. Hold your leg lifted through center now, flex your foot, pulse the leg up for 10, 9, 8, squeezing through that glute, just 5 more here, last 4, 3, 2, keep the leg lifted now, curl your heel in towards your glute and extend the leg out long. Curl in towards the glute and extend the leg. 6 more here, curling in, recruiting that hamstring here, the back of your upper leg. As you extend the leg, flex the foot, draw heel to glute. Keeping that foot flexed is going to engage up the back of the leg more, really working at that left hamstring. Let's hold the leg curled at 90 degrees now. Tap the knee to the ground and lift it straight up. Tap the knee to the ground and lift. 6 more, really pressing up with the bottom of your foot like you're trying to stamp your foot on the ceiling as you lift and lower. Exhaling as you lift, squeezing the glute and the hamstring. Inhale, tap the knee. Again, keeping that nice neutral spine here. Make sure you don't have an arch in your back as you lift the leg. This is your last one. Let's hold lifted, pulse the foot up for 10, 9, 8, really squeezing through that glute, squeezing through that hamstring just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knee to the mat just for a quick rest. Keep your right forearm down on the mat, but prop up onto your left palm now. Flex through your left foot, bending the knee at 90 degrees, and lift the knee up to the side in your fire hydrant. Inhale, tap the knees together. Exhale, lift the left knee. 6 more, working into the outside of that left glute now. Really pressing down through the right forearm, not letting yourself sag down into your arm, staying nice and engaged through the upper body as we lift and lower, exhale, and inhale. Last one like this. Now let's add an extension. So lift the knee to the side, extend the leg straight back, bend into your fire hydrant, and lower the knee. Inhale, lift, exhale, extend the left leg, inhale, bend, exhale, lower. 6 more, getting into that left side glute a little bit more now, making sure that knee stays nice and lifted, foot is flexed as you press the leg straight, bend it in, and lower the knee. Inhale, lift, exhale, press the leg away, inhale, bend, exhale, lower. You've only got 3 more of these, using your breath to help you here. Last 2, press the leg away, bend in and lower. Last one, lift. Let's hold extended now. Point through the foot, pulse the leg up for 10, 9. This is where we finish, just little lifts and lowers with that leg, just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your foot down onto the mat. Awesome job. Bring the knees together. Find your child's pose one more time. Reaching forward with the arms, just taking a moment of rest before we come into an ab series. Gently start to bring your hands back by your hips and flip your legs out in front of you so they're hip distance apart with your feet flexed. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head. Exhale, fall forward into your forward fold, releasing through the backs of your legs. Slowly start to walk your hands up your legs, getting ready for a half roll down series. So leave your legs exactly how they are, reaching your arms straight out from the shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, tuck the hips, roll halfway down to your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, spine goes straight. Exhale, tuck the hips, roll halfway down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms sweep out and around in front of the shoulders. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, really feel that pelvic tilt, that tuck under with the hips as you roll halfway down. Inhale, lift and lower. I like to have the feet flexed here. I feel like it helps me use my core a little bit more, just stabilizing through the lower body. As we inhale, sit up nice and tall, reach up through the arms. Exhale, sweep the arms back out and around, feeling that shoulder release. This is your last one. Let's hold in our half roll down now. Exhale as you rotate the arms to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, rotate to the right. And come through center, just alternating, reaching the arms over to one side of the mat, coming through center and reaching to the other side. Option to add an alternating knee lift now, so pulling in the right knee as your arms go over to the right. Coming back through center, drawing in the left knee as the arms go to the left. The upper body is staying in that half roll down position here. You're just rotating, twisting through that thoracic spine or the middle of your back. So your belly button and your hips are staying pointed forward the entire time. I really want you to focus on that rotation from the mid-back rather than the low back to really get into those obliques, those sides of the waist, as we exhale to the left. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the right, and come through center. Just give me 3 more each side here. Inhaling as the ribs expand out to the sides. Exhaling as they draw together and the belly button pulls back towards the spine, feeling that total core engagement. We've just got 1 more each side. Exhale, twist to the left. Come through center, last one. Hold through center now. Finish with pulses back with the upper body for 10. 9, little tucks under with the hips, lowering and lifting you a little bit more down towards the mat. Just here for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, scoop and lift through the abs. Exhale, tuck the hips under, roll all the way down onto your mat, reaching the arms up overhead for a quick stretch. Bring them back down towards your hips, and let's get ready for another little core series here. So knees are bent, feet are hip distance apart. Interlace your hands behind your head, sending your elbows out nice and wide. And let's lift our knees up into a tabletop position, stacking our knees directly over the hips. Inhale to prepare, exhale, crunch up through the upper body. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch, starting out nice and simple here. Just exhaling as we crunch, inhaling to lower down. 5 more like this. Really focusing on lifting the head, neck, and shoulder blades up off the ground. So really crunching through the body, flexing through the spine here. Tucking the chin slightly under to avoid any tension through the neck. This is your last one before we add on. Let's add a heel, lower, and lift now. So crunch up through the upper body, flex the feet. Lower the heels, tap them down to the mat, lift the knees back to tabletop, lower down through the upper body again, crunch up, heels lower down to the mat, they lift back up, and the upper body lowers, exhaling as you crunch through the upper body. Inhale, slowly tap the heels down, exhale, lift, inhale, lower the upper body, and exhale, lift. You want to focus on hinging at your hips as you lower the heels to the ground and not hinging at the knee. So the leg is staying in the same shape the entire time. It's just hinging at the hip to tap the heels and lifting back up. Lower back pressing down into the mat the entire time, especially as we tap and lift the heels. If you feel your lower back starting to creep up at all, you can reduce your range of motion on that heel drop or alternate lowering one heel at a time. This is your last one here, exhaling to crunch. Inhale, drop the heels. Exhale, lift. And lower through the upper body. Hug your knees in towards your chest for a quick rest here. Maybe rocking side to side on the low back, just taking a second before we get into our next core series. Keep your right knee in towards your chest, but extend your left leg long down the mat, lifting up through the upper body. Let's switch the legs. So draw the right knee in and switch, draw left knee and switch, right and left in our single leg stretch, nice and lifted up through the upper body, balancing on those shoulder blades, drawing one knee crunched in towards the chest as the other leg reach long, sending energy down through the toes. Just give me 2 more like this and then we'll switch it up. Last one. Hold the right knee in towards your chest now. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let's come into a combo. Switch the knees for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Now find your crisscross for 4, 3, reaching opposite elbow to opposite knee. Come through center, legs switch, 2, 3, 4, bicycle crunch for 2, 3, and 4. Hold the upper body still, just the legs. And let's add that rotation, really reaching across with that elbow, rotating through the midsection, then freezing through center to just move the legs. And then adding back in that rotation, breathing however feels naturally to you. This is the final move in our abs series. Give it all you got. We've only got 1 more cycle of this, so hold through center, legs switch, 2, 3, 4. Last time, rotate 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold through center, hug your knees in towards your chest, rest your upper body down, and rock side to side on that low back, taking a quick rest. Hold hold through center, circle out through the knees a couple of times, releasing through the hips, as the hip flexors did definitely get some work during that last core move. Gently release your legs back down towards the mat, and let's flip over into that all fours position, bringing your forearms down to the mat, stacking your knees over your hips, getting ready to repeat that glute series on the right leg. So right leg extends long down the mat, left hip stacked over the knee. We take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift the right leg straight up. Inhale, tap the toes down. Exhale, lift 6 more here, just repeating that exact same series. No surprises on this side, you know exactly what's coming. We inhale, tap the foot, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, and lift. Back is nice and frozen here with that neutral spine. This is your last one. Let's keep that leg lifted. Tap the toes over to the left, lift the leg up and over to the right. Up and over to the left. Up and over to the right. 6 more of these rainbow arcs here. Just like on the other side, I really want you to focus on that up and over motion, not just the lifting over. You really want to get that little lift through the glutes each time as you come through center. Lift up and down to the right, up and down to the left. Keeping super stable through the upper body here, so make sure your shoulders and your hips aren't rotating with the leg. It's just the leg lifting up and over, and up and over. Hold the leg lifted through center now. Flex your foot, pulse the leg up for 10, 9, 8, little squeezes through that glute, just here for 5, last 4, 3, 2, keep the leg lifted, curl the heel in towards the glute, and extend. Curl the heel in and out. 6 more, exhaling as we curl, inhaling to reach long through the leg, really feeling this through that hamstring, the back of your upper right leg, flexing the foot to really activate up that back side of the right side of the body. As we exhale, crunch, inhale, reach long. Hold your leg bent at 90 degrees now, tap the knee down and lift it straight up. Inhale, tap down, exhale, lift 6 more, so keeping that 90-degree bend through the leg, that nice flexed foot as we gently tap the knee to the ground and then press the foot up towards the roof. So just inhale, tap, and lift, only 2 more here, tap it down, and lift, last one. Let's hold that leg lifted, pulse it up for 10, 9, squeezing through the underside of that glute here, just here for 5, last 4, 3, maybe lift a little bit higher, and 1, lower the knee down just for a quick rest. And keep your left forearm down on the mat now, but press up onto your right palm, getting ready for that fire hydrant series. So flex through the right foot, knee is bent at 90 degrees, inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift the right knee up to the side. Inhale, tap the knees together, exhale, lift 6 more like this, tap it down, and lift, really trying to get that knee up to hip height each time, targeting the outside of that right glute now, that right glute medius muscle, as we lift and lower, exhale, up and down. Last one like this. Now let's add that extension, so lift the knee, kick the leg straight back, bend it in, and lower the knee down. Inhale, lift, exhale, press, inhale, bend, exhale, lower. Lift the knee, really press, flexing through the foot like you're kicking something really heavy back behind you, so press away with the leg, bend the knee in, and lower the knee down. Getting a little bonus right oblique work here as the knee goes out and in, crunching through the side of the waist, but really heavily focused onto that right glute. As we lift up, kick back, bend, and lower. This is your last one. Let's hold the leg extended, point through the foot, pulse it up for 10, 9, 8. This is where we finish. You can do it, just here for 5. Lift a little bit higher. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, bring the knees together, sit your hips back into a child's pose now. Maybe bringing your knees out as wide as the mat, keeping the big toes together to get that deep stretch through the hips and release through the back. We've only got one more series after this, so take this moment of rest. We've got one little fun plank combo, and then we do a final stretch. Gently start to shift forward into an all fours position, getting ready for a core and upper body plank combination now. So step your feet back into a straight arm plank, stacking shoulders over wrists, and give me 2 alternating shoulder taps. Then step the feet in, walking the knees under the hips, 2 alternating shoulder taps. Step the feet back into your plank, right shoulder tap, and left. Bring the right foot in, left knee in, right shoulder tap, and left. Step back into your plank. Give me 2 shoulder taps. Step into that bear hover position, and 2 more shoulder taps. With those shoulder taps, you want to focus on minimizing the rocking from side to side. So really using your core to stabilize you as you lift up onto one arm, and using the strength of your upper body, of course, as well as you come into that single arm plank position each time. So step back, back, shoulder tap and tap. Step in, hovering the knees, and shoulder tap and tap. Just breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth here. This is your final series of class. Give it all you got. I know this is tricky. I was definitely shaking doing this move, but you are almost there. We've only got 2 more rounds of this, so step your feet back into your plank, tap and tap, engage through the core here. Belly button is lifting up through the spine. This is your final round. You are so strong. Walk your feet in under the hips, tap, and drop your knees down. Awesome job. Stick with this all fours position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and take a big inhale, arching through the back, lifting the chin. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round through your spine. Inhale, find your cow position, arching through the back, really dropping your stomach to the floor. Exhale, find your cat, curving the back up towards the ceiling. Give me 2 more. Inhale, nice and big through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth as you curve through the spine. Just give me 1 more here, really stretching out through the upper body that just worked so hard at the end of class. And exhale, tuck the chin, lift the spine. Come into a neutral spine now. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog, stretching out the entire body here. Maybe alternating pedaling out the legs, reaching one heel towards the floor, finding that nice deep stretch on each side. And then when you're ready, bring a gentle bend into your knees, walk your hands back towards the feet. Let's hang out here, just like how we started this class. Maybe grab a hold of opposite elbow, sway gently from side to side, just decompressing through the spine here. Come through center, drop your arms, shake your head yes and no, releasing any neck tension. And then bend into your knees and lift up your toes, sliding your hands under your feet so your toes are meeting your wrist here, and gently pull up through the palms, feeling that release through the upper body and the wrists. Release your hands and just hold in your forward fold for 1 big deep breath. And then slowly start to roll up on your inhale, ending with your head, reaching your arms up overhead. Big breath in, exhale, release. Again, inhale, big breath in, arms reach up. Exhale, release. Give me 2 more. Inhale, reach up, lifting up through the upper body. And release. Last one. Inhale, big through the nose. Exhale, everything out through the mouth. And that is it for today's 35-minute full body Pilates workout. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.